escaped, and police are saying there are several injuries reported on ground. We do know that the NTSB, which is of course busy right now with a recent plane crash that happened in DC, very busy. The Federal Aviation Administration and National Transportation Safety Board are also all investigating right now. The mayor of Philadelphia is telling people to stay away from that area, and there are a number of fatalities at this point, understandably. She is saying right now we're asking for prayers for anyone and everyone who may have been affected at this point. Okay, so looking at this scene at this point, from what you can see on the ground here, I think that this scene, having been a reporter out in the field for many years, that this kind of scene is going to stay up for quite some time because, they're going to have to investigate that. We're talking about the local authorities, also the federal authorities who are going to investigate everything. They're working to see if there are any people who are survived and need to be treated. They also are gathering evidence at this time. And, what may complicate this, of course, is that this is a densely populated area. And so what I've been hearing from officials there is that if you have any debris in your area, let them know so they can come investigate that. And if any of you were following that plane crash when we had that door panel come down here in the Portland area from an Alaska Airlines flight a little over a year ago, some of that debris, of course, fell over the Portland area. And that's something else. So there was likely a lot of debris that could be scattered far beyond the scene as well. And so it's not just centered around this area. It looks like this camera person is, of course, moving around a little bit. So just bear with us as this is a live image that we're taking right now in this busy area. Let me see if I can find some more information right now at this point from what I'm getting from the Associated Press at this point. They're saying that the plane, by the way, quickly disappeared from radar after taking off from the airport. They're saying 6:06 p.m. It climbed an altitude of 1,600 feet en route to, again, Springfield, Missouri, registered to a company operating as MedJets. And that goes back to what I was saying, like a medical transport with a young child. President Donald Trump commenting on this through his social media platform, Truth Social, saying it was so sad to see the crash. More of his words include, more innocent souls lost. Our people are totally engaged. And we know that the governor of Philadelphia, Josh Shapiro, saying he is offering all Commonwealth resources as they respond to the small private plane crash in Northeast Philly. Again, I just can't help but reiterate how this was a heavily populated area that we're talking about. And so that's part of what's going to take quite some time as we look at the response right here. And I apologize, I can't bring up the audio right now, but it does look like this is from the CBS Philadelphia station, as a reporter right there is getting information from possibly a witness who lives nearby. I have had a chance to look at some of the video from outlets who have been able to see some video and confirm that there are some people who are saying this looked like a missile, that it just is like, it looked like it was already on fire at one point, or at least it was glowing brightly, and then it just shot down very quickly, and then there's that explosion right there in this intersection. So again, with it being a populated area, busy intersection on a Friday night, there are some people who were nearby able to see those flames go up, people rushing to the scene. I heard some audio from one video that a reporter was able to get from a witness. And people were just like, what was that? They weren't sure that it was even a plane crash because they were so close to it, and all they saw was this fireball. So understandably, if you can imagine you're in that situation, you wouldn't know that was a plane at first. You just thought, what in the world just came down? So once again, at this point, if you're just joining us, a sad scene in Philadelphia, a plane crash that has killed 6 people. This is next to a busy area, a shopping mall center, sort of an outdoor shopping center where you just drive up and park right there. And then across the street, a row of homes. So a lot of people, busy area on a Friday night there in Philly. 6 people were on that plane crash, and we understand that 6 people had died. Let me see if I can get some more information right now from both our Philadelphia CBS news station. If we can get a little bit more, if you're just joining us right now. I'm going to say that 6 people were on board that plane crash. And let's see if we can just keep that image for you right now as I kind of fix a few things right here. Okay, so just to clarify for you that the information we have now is that 6 were on board. The number of deaths at this point, unclear. What fatalities there may be among those who were on the plane. Did anybody eject in time? Were they able to survive perhaps the impact? That's what's unclear at this point. But we do have information from officials that there were 6 people on board. And sadly, we know that one of them was likely a young person who was being transported on their way back to Mexico. This plane was going to head to Missouri and perhaps was going to go to Mexico after that. But we don't know their situation at this point because everything is happening right now. And I just want to let you know, of course, this camera shot, this live shot from Philadelphia is moving around just a bit as that crew, of course, is working to gather interviews and information at this point. But 6 on board. How many are injured? How many sadly may have not survived? That's something that we don't know. Certainly a dire and scary situation out of Philadelphia. We're watching this closely and we'll continue to watch it for the rest of the night. We'll have updates on our social media and at KOIN.com as well. Thanks for tuning in and just trying to send positive thoughts and prayers to all those impacted as, of course, the nation is watching closely this and that sad situation we just saw out of Washington, D.C. just a couple of days ago.